Oh, it was early. It's early in the morning for me.
It's
Oh,
noon.
really?
It's like
I woke up.
midday.
I woke up at like 11:30ish.
Well, that is the privilege of working for yourself now. You know, you set your own
Yeah.
hours.
I was up late.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m. for me, so yeah.
Oh damn!
No, it's okay.
My day is
That's
just starting.
looks still light out.
Yeah, but here
Nice.
during the summer we have light until 11 p.m. Some days. So yeah,
Oh, that's
Dang.
crazy. Wow.
yeah,
Where are
that's
you
really
at?
crazy.
Yeah,
Where
where are
I'm
you at?
based in the Netherlands.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
nice.
Yeah,
Damn, are you near like Amsterdam or a big city or?
I'm 20 minutes away from Amsterdam.
Oh, nice. I really like Amsterdam. It's a fun,
Yeah, it's a cool city.
definitely. It's a nice place. My family lives in Germany in Münster, so like 2 hours maybe away from you or so.
Okay,
A
yeah,
little
it
more
has to
maybe.
be very nearby. Yes.
Yeah, it's not so far. It's a big bike city. They have a little apartment there, and I ride my bike around the Aze to get to the get to the city. It's
Yeah.
fun.
We got some people rolling in. We got Nathan for Naran, our local Alien Worlds politician in the in the chat. We got
Yeah,
Ian
right.
Van.
Running for council on Neron. Neron. Do you ride your bike everywhere? That's like a big thing, right? In Amsterdam.
Sorry.
Do you ride your bike everywhere?
In here in the city I live in, yes, but yeah, it's kind of small, and
Yeah.
but going to Amsterdam, there I don't ride my bicycle. That's too crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think you really need to be a Dutch to ride your bicycle in Amsterdam. It's really crazy.
I've gotten yelled at a few times.
Yeah, you know, like Seattle has like similar like bike infrastructure where they have like dedicated lanes and their own lights, and there's all these like this signage. And I feel like I get stressed out about it because like I don't understand all the etiquette for it and all the signage and all the rights
Yeah.
of way and stuff. So it can be a little overwhelming if you like aren't in the in crowd.
Yeah, and then the other bikers will get mad at you when you don't do things right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like I don't know. I'd like step onto the wrong, like I was walking on the sidewalk and just it's too much on the bike path or something, and you got yelled at a couple times.
So
I'm not used to the bike paths everywhere. Like the bike paths in America, they're all on the street, and then in Europe they're all like part of the sidewalk, which I like a lot better. But as a pedestrian walking, you're gonna catch some flack if you step onto the sidewalk, if you step onto the bike path.
So Juan, I
Yeah.
do want to hear about the Nefty token, but I'd also like to learn like why in the first place you started Nefty. Like, how did you get into it? Because I mean, it's awesome, but like, I guess where did you come from? How did you find Wax? Like, just I want to hear a little bit about your background, if you don't mind
Oh
telling us.
yeah.
Okay, no, absolutely. Well, it all started because of the crypto monkeys.
Yeah. I love the
Yeah,
crypto monkeys.
Yeah, we're the same.
yeah. My co-founder Jose, he was one night we were having dinner here at home, and suddenly he said, "Okay, guys, sorry, I need a few minutes. I have to chase a monkey." I was like, "Fuck, what? Chase a monkey?" Okay, yeah, and he introduced me to the crypto monkeys, and yeah, I got hooked immediately with Wax and NFTs and everything. And
Yeah.
a couple of months later, I told him, okay, we should start a collection. I want a collection. I want to have a collection. And that's how we started Alpaca Awards. That was our first collection, and we started publishing, and we were very happy. It was very I think it was less crowded when we started Alpaca Awards than what it is today. And we got very excited about the NFTs, but we realized that creating, minting NFTs, creating templates, creating drops, creating everything in Atomic Hub was kind of complex. For example, when you have to enter some JSONs and enter the time as an epoch, as a Unix epoch, and so on. It's okay for a geek, but not so easy when you don't have the geeky background. And that's how we started creating tools to make life of collections easier. We started by creating scripts, but that was not easy enough to share with the community. So we started creating user interfaces to make the Atomic Hub configuration easier. And that's that's how we started. We didn't have a smart contract. We didn't have anything. It was only a front end for Atomic Hub.
Oh wow, yeah, I like that a lot. Like, you know, the NFT space brings in a lot of artists rather than programmers, and so like
Yes.
you know, to assume that all artists somehow have an ability to program smart contracts is just not realistic. So you know, you're trying to bridge the gap to give those tech skills to artists that come through. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah,
we would have no idea how to do a blend. Like your blend tool has been super helpful for us, and like I have no idea what's happening behind the scenes, but it's like it gives us utility
I
to our
don't think
NFTs.
you
It's
do.
great.
And the blends, the contract, the Blenderizer X is not something we created. That's also something that somebody else created. That Marcos from 3DK Render Studio, he created it, but it's exactly the same problem. He had an amazing smart contract, but no user interface. So you have to be a geek to configure a blend.
It does seem like it passes off to the next, though. It's such like an interactive community, then all these source codes open to the public that someone could just pick it up later and be like, hey, yeah, I can add to this, and then it's like a game of telephone, and then the next person's like, oh yeah, I can make this a little bit better, and it's all in the same place, and everyone can share it too. It's not like, hey, you got to pay me, bud. It's just like, hey, this will just make things better for everyone. Then I want to do that.
Yes, and that's exactly that's exactly the idea at Nefty Blocks. When we started, we wanted everything to be free forever, and in some way we want to continue in that line, but we also have to pay the rent, pay the mortgage, and make a living, make it to the end of the month. So that's why we are changing things a little bit, but we still want the platform to be as free as possible for everybody.
Yeah, the pricing makes it accessible for sure. I think even just making it like charging's fine, because like Atomic Hub did a great job with us, but it's very, very pricey, and you know that is just
also,
it is what it is.
On Nefty, like on the new white paper, there's still a free account, and you still have access to like pretty much all the features that are now. Like the premium features that you're adding, you need to stake tokens for. So it's not like if you're using it now, that's going away.
Yeah, and in the end, you are not really paying to use the platform. You buy the tokens, you use the tokens and stake them while you want to use the platform. But the moment you don't want to use the platform anymore, you can unstake your token, get the Nefty tokens back, and sell them in the market and get your money back.
Yeah,
so in the end,
really
you
great.
are not really paying. You are only
it's like a lease or something.
Yeah, something like that. You could say something like that. Yes,
it's like staking wax. Like you're not spending the wax as a gas fee. You're staking it, and then you can get it back. So it's like
exactly, and then you can get it back.
Yeah, it's free, but it's not zero cost.
Exactly. Yeah, you could say it like that. Yes, I think that's a very good description.
Yeah, I like that. I like that model in general. So that's awesome. I'm a fan. I'm excited for the token sale. I really like the super blender you guys have put together. Like that is, I don't know. There's so many new ideas and like ways to create like engagement and gamification for the assets using that super blender alone.
Yes, and what you see right now from the Super Blender is not everything, because what we published right now, it's only a user interface that allows you to do some of the things that the Super Blender is capable of doing. For example, there are things that we haven't made public yet, but are possible with the contract. You can have in the ingredients, you can have ingredients that will burn and ingredients that will not burn, that will only be marked as used.
That's cool.
Wild.
So
Yeah,
you can,
and that's something that it's possible in the contract, but the UI does not support it yet.
right.
And for example, the results, right now the Super Blender allows to add multiple results, but so far they have to be results with unlimited supply. But the contract supports pre-minted results and supports also template NFTs with backed tokens. So you can do a lot of different gamification mechanics with that contract. And one of the things that we want to do is continue working on the user interface to make it really more powerful for the collections who are staking Nifty.
Yeah, dang, that's cool.
And what we did right now is that we released what we could release very quickly to give you guys a small taste of what we are working on, to just to show, okay, this is the tip of the iceberg, but there is much more coming. Because with the Super Blender we also have some extra plans. For example, we those are not there yet in the contract, but they are on the roadmap. We want to add a points system to the Super Blender, so people will be able to accumulate points when they burn their NFTs, and there will be a leaderboard, and then collections will be able to gamify even further.
So you like drop to the people who've done the most blends. You can be like, oh, I've seen who is doing the most in my collection. I want to reward them for like engaging.
So that's like data that you could track as a creator to then create even more utility from there. Wow, that's fascinating.
We have a question here in the chat, and I'm the KY says, will it support blends using wax along with NFTs? So you could like say you need to do 10 wax plus an NFT in the Super Blender?
Or in lieu of a blend, I guess. If you don't want to burn an NFT, you can spend wax instead so you can keep it, I guess.
Those are some ideas that people are already sharing on Nefty Blocks Discord channel, and we will definitely consider that. But that's also one of the things that we want to achieve with the token, that people should be able to propose features. In the end, Nefty Blocks is a platform both for collectors and collections. And if as collections you guys think, okay, we need this feature added to Nefty Blocks, well, you will be able to propose the feature, and other collections will be able to vote. And if there's a reasonable number of collections who want that feature, it will be implemented and added to the platform.
So is there a governance model with the token, or would would your Nefty tokens act as a way to vote on these proposals, or would that voting process be separate?
It will be part of the Nefty token. You will have to be a collection at staking level 2 to be able to make proposals, and level 2 to make proposals at least, and level 2 and 3 to vote, and a level 3 collection has a higher voting power than a level 2.
Yeah, I love that. These governance models and stuff I really enjoy quite a bit. It's really fun to see how organically they kind of grow when you create the structure for this.
I think it also makes sense because like you're giving the people who are supporting you what they want. So it kind of just like an easy way to source what your community wants, because they're the ones like you can easily tell who's supporting you.
They're the ones using it, right?
Yes.
I'm also a big fan of just in general the governance in crypto space that comes from not one person, one vote, but rather one stake, one vote. Kind of has this interesting effect where, because somebody with a bigger stake has a bigger say, they are like the decisions end up being made by the people who have the most skin in the game or the most on the line, which are the people who theoretically have the most to lose and therefore are the most motivated to make the best decisions. I'm a fan of the model, like, and only because it's not a government, it's not a country, it's not like money that anyone's born into. It's people are opting into it, so it's okay for it to not be one person, one vote. It's not like anyone's born as a Nefty, token user.
Indeed, and that part is difficult because on one hand we want as many people as possible voting and having something to say, but on the other hand, there has to be a cost for that, because if you allow anybody to propose something, you end up with 10,000 proposals that might not make sense. It has to be someone who really has a big interest in seeing the platform evolving.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to me.
On Wax, huge issues with multi-accounting and botting and stuff. If you just made it free, like people would have just abused the system so hard. Like you have to have some sort of stake on this.
I mean,
network.
also, if I get one vote for one Nefty token and I have 10,000 Nefty tokens, I'm gonna make 10,000 accounts and vote 10,000 times.
And vote 10,000 times,
Yeah,
yes.
like, so yeah, it's not like it would keep that from happening anyway. Like, you know, having more tokens is always going to equal more votes, even if if you tried to split it out. So I like the way that it's set up now. I think it's a good idea.
I think you had a
participated in
date,
those
right?
types of-
Is the date final in the white paper? The 31st, was it?
31st.
Yes, 31st of August is the date. Yes, and the drop will be open for 48 hours.
Nice.
And yeah,
And
we'll
is
see. how
Are
it
the other
goes.
drops, is that happening before? Like, I know, like you were saying, if you've participated in sales or you did a drop as a creator on Nefty Blocks during a certain window, you'd be airdrop some Nefty tokens. Is that going to happen before the public sale, or when does that happen?
No, that will happen immediately after the community sale.
So
there's
after the
still-
48 hours, like when the 48 hours ends, or is it like after the sale starts?
After the 48-hour ends, then people will be able to claim their wax based on the the NFTs that they had. For example, the gold and the silver coins from Alpaca Awards. There's also a table explaining how much Nifty you will get for the different betsies that were released from Nefty Blocks.
Mhm.
And also people who used the platform before June 29, people who spent at least one wax or who sold at least one wax through the platform will also be entitled to tokens.
Oh yeah, that's
You
me.
can still buy you can still on like the aftermarket buy some of those Alpaca packs, right? Mark, didn't you just get some? And those could have to get you some Nefty tokens.
Yeah, I just bought them. Well, it
Do you want
says
to
that I
show what
get.
those look like maybe really quick on the screen?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Also, maybe it's now, Max, if you want to do a raffle, we could raffle one off to the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. That does seem like a pretty decent sign. So I'm going to say this is the raffle for the NFT we're talking about on stream.
All
You
right, so
can
I bought
join the
some
raffle.
Alpaquito packs here. Poquito pack here. That's my own editorializing there. So it went. It's 10 Italy cards and 1 silver coin. So is the coin utilized as part of Alpaca Worlds, or is that connected to what you guys were talking about?
That one is fully connected to Nefty Blocks. Because as we are the creators of Alpaca Awards, many of the things that exist in Nefty Blocks are because of Alpaca Awards. So we wanted to also reward the community that supported us and that made all of this happen.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, so, reward the origins here. I like.
Yes.
Hey, whoops. That's the wrong
So
one.
really quick, if you're watching right now and you'd like to win the pack that Mark is showing off, you can type !neon into the chat, and
just
that'll enter you into
neon.
Is it neon still, or
Yeah, it should be !neon. Everybody's doing !raffle 1. It should just be !neon.
!neon? Yep, there you go. I got some people coming in.
Sweet.
I think we're gonna give away. We have a
about a
couple more
minute left.
packs that we'll give away during marble races later, but we'll just give away one now because it seemed like a natural time since we're talking about it.
Did you want to go into a little more detail about how Alpaca Worlds works in general, or just a little bit about the collection?
I'd like to
interested.
learn more. I'm
Yeah.
interested.
Well, Alpaca Awards is a collection that it's basically community driven. It's up until now, it's only a collectible, and how it works is that the community. Well, the story it's about an alpaca, Tupaca, who was living in the Andes, but there's a legend in Peru about how alpacas came to the world and how the daughter of the god of the mountains was in charge of alpacas, and there's a legend there. So the idea is that Tupaca is learned that Apu's daughter, Apu is the god of the mountains, is again on Earth, and Tupaca decided to travel all over the world to find her. So the community decides where is Tupaca going to travel to look for Apu's daughter. So first we went to Brazil, then we went to India. After India, we went to Italy, which is all these NFTs are from the Italy visit, and now we are the next destination is France. But with
Okay, and
friends,
so where the story goes is voted on by the community.
it's voted on
Oh,
by the
that's fun.
community.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but we realized also that people want more. So so in the trip to France, we are going to add much more gamification, and it will be much more interactive. Um,
Cool.
That's so
Well, it
cool.
looks
Yeah,
like we have
so-
a question from AMJ here. He says, Juan, I've asked you earlier this in Telegram. What's the process about whitelisted plus keyed link?
whitelisted plus keyed link. What do you mean
I'm assuming
exactly
they mean
by
for a drop,
keyed
like
link?
I think for the token drop, is there a whitelist? And then
Ah.
if not, is there going to be like a link? And where does the link get presented?
Because
Is
that's
that
typically
on
how
the-
people try to avoid like bots during drops and stuff like that.
Okay, okay. For the token drop, what we will have is 3 drops, and if each drop will have 1 pack, each of these packs will contain 1 NFT, and when you open the pack, you will get the NFT, and we will transfer the tokens immediately to your wallet. There is no whitelist, and the only thing that there will be is a limit per account and a cooldown period to buy again, so that we give people chance to buy, everybody a fair chance to buy, but everybody should also be able to buy as much as they want.
And what's the limit per account?
We are still defining that. It's a hard thing there, but let me get back to the 3 NFTs because there is more there.
Yeah.
The three different packs. One is called the collector, the other one is the artist, and the biggest one is the whale. So the collector will give you a certain amount of Nifty, but there will be in the collectors, you will also have a chance of getting 1 artist. So if you get one of the artists instead of 1 NFT, you will get 2. So you will get the amount of wax also that is included normally in the artist. And there will be 128 artists inside the collectors. Then the collector gives you more wax, and inside the collectors you will get that NFT and the tokens. But there is also a chance of getting a whale, and there will be 64 whales that you can get in the collectors. And there is a biggest NFT, which is the Golden Betsy, and there will be only 1 Golden Betsy inside one of the whales, and that one will give you 10 times the amount of wax you are purchasing, the amount of Nefty, sorry, you are purchasing. Yeah. So I think if I'm not mistaken, the biggest the whale contains 3,200 Nefties. So if you get the Golden Betsy, you will get the 3,200 plus 32,000 Nefties.
Dang, so that's a good chase. And then when you get the Nifty, you still have the 1 of 1 NFT too, right? Which is like its own collectible. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the NFT, but then you get that 1 of 1. And with all the NFTs, that's also something that I really love it. And it's something that we are doing. It's the first ever cross collection pack. We have around 20 collections that are supporting us and helping us to promote the token sale. Mm-hmm. And these collections are creating each of them 1 NFT with 3 variations. 1 of 1, and 2, one has a supply of I don't remember exactly the supplies, but I think one is 250 and the other 500 or less. I don't remember exactly the supplies right now, but those NFTs from 20 collections will be inside the cross collection pack, and that cross collection pack will have a second Betsy. There will be 2 Golden Betsies. And 1 week after the community sale, people who bought the community sale and got a Nefty Pioneer Pass from one of the participating collections will be able to blend NFTs from the community sale and the Nefty Pioneer Pass, and they will get a pack with 3 NFTs from these collections. So when they open them, they can have the 3 NFTs from any of these collections, plus eventually the second Golden Betsy with
Oh,
32,000 Nefties.
Huh.
damn, that's awesome.
Okay, so
It's like a
AMJ
scavenger
followed up.
hunt kind of thing.
AMJ followed up with a clarification for the question. They're asking in general for the drop. So if a creator can create a whitelisted drop along with the key link, because as of now you can only choose one. They're wondering if you can do both in the future.
Oh, for creating drop.
Okay, so that's different for creating drops. Yeah. What happens is that you should never combine 2 whitelisting mechanisms because one will have precedence over the other. And if you match any of the 2 whitelisting rules, you will be allowed to buy. And this can become very confusing for people. To be honest, I don't know exactly why we support it, because it's every time someone creates a drop and uses more than one whitelisting mechanism, it becomes really, really messy.
So basically, if you are using more than one whitelisting mechanism, the person who wants to claim your drop only has to satisfy one of the whitelists to access. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, maybe in the future we can evolve it and make rule combinations, but it's easier to say it than to implement it, because I think that there's a lot of people who's not aware that when you want to perform any operation on the Wax blockchain, you have a limit of 30 milliseconds to execute that operation. So every time we add more logic to anything we do, we have the risk of exceeding that time, and then you start getting error messages and things that make the user experience not as good as it should be.
Yeah.
The experience of a drop definitely, it leaves a lasting effect on collectors too. So that perception is really key. That is smooth, you know.
Yes, and you know, it's initially we had more and more problems, but we are constantly working on our infrastructure and doing different things. For example, when we released the packs, we had a lot of problems because people didn't have enough CPU to Wax stake to the CPU to open the packs, so they got a lot of errors. Today we have almost 500,000 Wax staked to CPU to pay for people to open their packs. But many people don't realize that. They don't realize that we are really paying for them for all of that, while we are still not charging anything to configure the packs, to create them, to open them. So yeah, it's and it's not really their fault, because I have to say that it's very complex how resources work on Wax, and people are not really aware of that.
Yeah, especially with so many new people to the Wax chain, you know, with Funko, and there's so many new people like Tops and what have you coming to it. It's not as intuitive as you would think. So many people are used to paying fees, and then they come into this and they're like, CPU, net, RAM, what is all this shit? I don't understand.
Yes.
Even though it's better, it's just it is a little bit of a learning curve.
I've met a lot of people who aren't into other crypto. Like I've met people on the Wax network who are just like, no, I've never used Bitcoin or Ethereum. Like I found crypto through Wax, and they're not as interested in the cryptocurrency side as the artwork and the collecting side. So like there are people that get into this that don't really have a crypto background. And if you don't even understand what a gas fee is, you're like, what the hell is CPU? What's RAM? What is network?
That's true.
Like,
Giving away so much Wax.
Although
on Reddit.
The value of CPU seems, you know, with so many new people coming to space, so many new games commanding so much on the network, that the value of CPU keeps going down as well, that you have to stake more CPU to do transactions, the number of transactions you used to do with more with less. So it is kind of a growing pain as well.
I hang out with the new players of like Alien Worlds on like Reddit, and everyone's like, oh, I'm like on, I can't mine or anything, and I always like reach out. I'm like, hey, here's like, what's your Wax address? Here's like 10 or 15 Wax. Like, you gotta go, you gotta stake it. I did that for so many people.
Yeah,
it's fun, but it's also like that was back in the day when I was mining a lot more Wax per day. with all the like staking stuff. So it was a lot easier to like help everybody else out.
There's also, is there some sort of rewards for staking the Nefty blocks too? Do you get some back? I forget exactly how that works.
Okay, that's the second part of all of this, because we are also starting a liquidity mining program.
It's
So-
fucking brilliant. I'm so excited. for
Oh,
that.
we're
Not
big
only- not
liquidity
only
mining
can you
guys.
You can,
We love
not
that
only
stuff.
is it the liquidity pool stuff is genius, but then using the Nefty tokens to buy the like NFTs on Nefty, which immediately goes against the liquidity pool, is so brilliant. Like I'm really excited to see that in action. Sorry to
Yes.
sorry to like take this team there, but yeah, it's that one.
No problem.
I'm
but
really excited for that.
It's exactly that. The idea is that, well, the main purpose of the Nifty token is to incentivize the platform usage. So we want to reward people, not only collectors, but also collections. People who uses Nifty blocks for their drops and to sell their NFTs should be rewarded. And collectors who are buying at Nifty blocks should also be rewarded. So the liquidity mining program will share 150,000 Nifties per week, and they will be distributed to all the participants on the network according to the amount of sales or purchases on Nifty blocks. But when you stake Nifty, what you will do is that you will increase your liquidity mining power. So you will get a multiplier and you will receive more Nifty if you are staking. And also, just as you said, if you buy your NFTs using Nifty, your liquidity mining power will also be boosted and you will receive more Nifty as a reward. And for the collections, this will not be a problem. They can say, okay, for me, it's okay to receive Nifty and I will take it. Great. But we're not forcing them to receive Nifty. So you will be able to pay with Nifty and we will immediately convert it to wax to pay the collection.
Yeah, that's so cool. And you are offering collections the ability to accept Nefty directly too, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, but it's also a choice. If you want to do it, great. If you don't want to do it, you're not forced to do it.
You could accept for the price of an NFT you're selling Nefty instead of wax.
Yeah,
So-
like
oh,
the way I
interesting.
understood it, it was like you could decide to only accept wax, but a buyer could still pay Nefty tokens for it, and then the collection owner would only receive wax because they only want wax. But the collection owner could decide to receive the Nefty tokens directly as well. It's really smart, and it motivates the liquidity pool and the like movement of those tokens between wax and Nefty back and forth.
Yeah, and it's also something good, for example, for a small collection who is starting and is not yet staking Nifty. They can start creating drops and get paid in Nifty, so they will be really quickly able to meet the staking levels and use the premium features for their collection.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can work your way to more tools, which then leads into, once you have those tools to expand your collection, make more wax.
Yeah. Another thing I saw
did you see this question real quick? The total number of
yes.
Nefty token packs being dropped?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if people can see the screen too. I have the white paper pulled up, which also you can just go to neftyblocks.com/whitepaper, and all this information is just spelled out with the numbers and everything. But
also, if you're just on Nefty Blocks, it's like the big banner ad on the homepage.
Yes, but very quickly, it's 8,192 collector in packs, 4,096 artist packs, and 2,048 whales.
Okay.
All right. I feel like they're gonna sell out before the 48 hours.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
The whale ones for sure. I don't know. I have a big stack of wax waiting for them. I mean, it's like the tokenomics stuff. Everything about it is great. Like you have a limited token supply that like makes a lot of sense. The price is right by like, I don't know. And the other thing I was gonna say a second ago was that the staking to get access to those premium tools isn't necessary. It seems to be it's pegged to the value of the Nefty tokens, not an amount of Nefty tokens. Is that correct?
Yes, we initially set a value there, but that will might fluctuate in the future.
Yeah.
But in the end, it should always be affordable for collections, because this is not about yeah, charging millions for the service. The idea is that that creating a collection should be accessible for anybody.
I also
Yeah.
think that's cool because, like, say we invest early into Nefty and then the price of the token goes up, so then it costs less Nefty tokens to use the premium services. Then as early investors, like, we could sell off some tokens and be rewarded for supporting you earlier. So
And
Yeah.
and
Give
and
more
that's
people
also
access.
very important. That this is what you said right now, because if you start staking early, and for example in the future the staking requirements change, you will still maintain your staking level unless you unstake. If you stake 1 week after the community sale and you get access to the premium features, if you don't unstake, even if the requirements are times 10 in the future, you will never be required to stake more. You will always
That
keep your original staking level.
that was my follow-up again, where it was like, what if I stake the correct amount and then the value changes and I would have needed to stake more? And there you just answered the question.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah, no,
yeah.
no, no. This should be. We have to reward our early supporters. That's the idea. Always the idea.
Is there an
And-
unstake period? Like
A
with
cooldown
wax,
or
it's
something,
3
yeah.
days or
Yes,
something?
there will be a 72-hour cooldown period, but you will be able to get everything back.
Perfect. Yeah.
And then
that's-
like the liquidity mining, is that like I'm the obvious question guy. So it's liquidity is the I'm not as deep as Max's, but like the liquidity mining platform, so that's built into the Nefty website. So all of that, the features of the liquidity pooling and will be built into Nefty Blocks.
Yes, everything will be being built into Nefty Blocks. There will be a page where you can stake and unstake and claim your rewards every week.
I'm just wondering, it's like, can you source Nefty tokens on another exchange, like an Alcor exchange as well? Could someone list that on Alcor exchange, and then you could swap like utility tokens like Aether or like Selenium into Nefty tokens?
I think that's possible. It's not something we are going to do. The only
I think
tool that we are going
users
to,
can list on Alcor as the
Anybody
thing,
can
so
Yes.
like it could be like a natural economy. I'm
Yes.
just
it's gonna be on the
curious.
Wax blockchain. Like, it's not going to be a private token on your website only, right?
No. It's not a private token on our website only. It's on the Wax ecosystem.
then
So
you should be
if
able to trade it
users
on
want to do it, they are free to do
Yeah.
it. The
Oh,
only
they'll
tool
do
that we
it.
are
Trust
going,
me, they'll do it.
yeah,
if they don't, I will.
Yeah, if they don't, Max.
Yeah,
will.
because I just think you could theoretically like pair Nefty tokens and Wax and Nefty tokens on like major utility tokens like Aether, then source more Nefty tokens from liquidity mining on that, and then put that onto the Nefty tool, and then actually utilize it, and then liquidity mine that too. So I'm just thinking of all the angles here.
Oh yeah. No.
that's
it's-
true. That's
We have another question here. AMJ says, I have many Betsy NFTs purchased around June. Will they be eligible for staking?
eligible for staking, not but for
yeah,
the
the
airdrop.
staking.
They are eligible for the airdrop. Yes, you
Yeah,
you will receive an airdrop based on that. And even if you buy a Betsy on the secondary market right now, you will still receive the airdrop. I don't know if it will make sense depending on the price of that Betsy on the market, but yes, all will receive the airdrop.
Says the snapshot will be taken on August 31st at 3:00 p.m. UTC. So as long as you buy
Yes.
before then, you're good, right?
To clarify just a little bit, the staking will be the staking of a fungible token, which is the Nefty token, not
Yes.
staking NFTs. Just
Yes, indeed.
CMSky
so-
has a question where they said, how
I
/ where do you get Alpaca World coins?
Yeah, the Alpaca Worlds coins, you can only get them inside the Alpaquito and Alpacote. That's the only way to get them, and they are not transferable. So the idea with the coins was to support to reward people who supported us earlier, because because the Alpaca drop, the Alpaca Worlds drop was something that helped us move forward with Nefty Blocks. So it's a way to say thank you to the community.
I think
Nice.
that's a good segue into, we have 2 more packs to give away, and I think we're going to do it through marbles. So Max, do you want to boot up marbles, and then we can keep talking through it? But
No,
Just
perfect.
type
I'm
the
gonna get some more
winners of the-
coffee. I'll be right back.
of the Alpaca World packs through marble races.
Let's do that. Here's the marbles. already up and running. I'm ready. Let's
I'm
go
super
to.
excited about this Nefty token drop. Thanks for joining us
am
again,
very.
Juan. Like,
I
super easy
read
to
through the
learn.
whole white paper and I was like, man, all of this stuff makes so much sense. Like the amount of tokens, the cap, the distribution model is great. I'm really excited to see how hard the sale gets botted because ultimately, in my experience, multi-account like with limits end up attracting people who just make many accounts.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
Which then ultimately kind of like blocks out honest users who are just using maybe one or two, like a normal amount of accounts.
Yes.
And then like someone who made 1,000 and is using a bot to run them all, is gonna.
Yeah, that's why I think the definition of the cooldown period is very important, because we really want to give everybody a fair chance to get the token.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then the way that the tokens not just give you access to the tools, which like personally, that's enough for me. Like I would have bought the tokens if all it did was the access to the creator tools. But not only that, you can use them to buy NFTs and interact with the Nefty exchange entirely, and they give you like all this liquidity mining, all this like extra incentive on top of it. It made a lot of sense reading that white paper. I was like, yeah, I'm excited for this token.
It's also like, I mean, I've been bugging Juan for months now. I'm like, hey, we want to do like a free pre-minted pack drop, and there's just no way to do it. Like every way we can do it, it's just going to cost us like close to $1,000. And if we're giving all of them away for free, that just doesn't make sense for us. And I was like, we'd like a way to figure out how to do it sustainably. And then like, I don't know, you just come up with a perfect solution.
Yeah, that was a big part of our collection, is that moving forward, yeah, we want to airdrop to our collectors like packs, for all the new stuff.
And we wanted to release that. At the same time, we released the Super Blender for collections to try, but we found out a problem with a validation. It was really a lack of validation that allows one specific configuration that leads to very poor experience for the collector. So we had to hold that, and we are fixing this problem before releasing it. And it's not that the pack configuration is wrong. It's only that that it's technically possible, but if you don't really think about the consequences, you can end up doing something that it's not nice for collectors.
Basically, you need to make it idiot proof so people like me don't screw it up for my collectors.
Yeah, I definitely think though, like it gives it possible to make like to give people packs. And I mean, as a collector in the space as well, I love opening packs and the RNG.
You love packs.
Like
also, really quickly, can I just interject? If you'd like to join the race for the Alpaca pack, you need to type !play in the chat. And let me put the link. We have a link so you can send us your Wax wallet. So if your Twitch account wins, we know where to send the prize. I'll post that soon, and Max will start the race as well.
Yeah, I'll start the race in like 20 seconds here.
And this is for the other Alpaca packs, yeah?
This is for one pack, right? Do you have 3 total?
Yeah. I gave away, I have 2 more. So I did the first one, that raffle, and 2 more, yeah.
All right, well, let's see 10 seconds, see who else comes in, and then see who wins it.
So who designs the art for the Alpaca World stuff?
Well, for the Alpaca Awards, the original art is from my daughter, from my 14-year-old daughter, and my wife. She's a graphic designer, and she's the one making everything digital. And
it's a whole family affair, huh?
Yes, and my eldest daughter, she's the one in charge of tweeting and in charge of the social media. So yeah, the whole family is involved there. And of course, Jose and his wife are also involved in the Alpaca Awards.
Oh, that must be fun for your daughter to see something that she just drew all of a sudden show up on the internet. There's thousands of people buying it. She's got to get a cut, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's see. Cool. Let's see. So
I'm more excited about it now.
So is there airdrop per Betsy NFT or per account? So like the airdrop of the tokens, is it based on, is there a max per account or per wallet, or is it like you get 1 token per 1 Betsy? Or
There's a table in the white paper
Okay.
outlining how much Nifty you will get depending on the bets you have. But yeah, the more you have, the more you will get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not limited by account. If you have multiple in one account, you get multiple amounts of the drop. Is how I
Yes,
understood it as well.
yes. That's exactly the case.
Redshift is flying. A reddish.
Yeah,
thought
I mean,
Redshift.
yeah, the Nefty features you have planning is a total game changer for us, just to be able to create our own packs and create our minting pools. For that kind of entry point cost it totally just opens up so many doors for us. It's really exciting.
There's a bunch of other features we didn't necessarily mention, like I think level 3, if there's no banner ad, you could be considered for a banner ad. Like
Yes,
For free. Yeah, that's insane.
yes, for free. If there's space available, why not use it for people who are supporting the platform? So yeah.
Yeah, that
Reddish
is pretty
Fox.
enormous because typically a cost for a banner ad like that is pretty sizable. So, I mean, that's not something to bat an eye at for sure.
Yeah, it's not like a tiny little, like, that's a pretty big deal if you can get a free banner ad. That's like worth the cost of the Nefty tokens already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You guys have so many like avenues to produce value for this Nefty token. I really think it's
Reddish
I think it's a great
Fox.
idea.
Reddish Fox. Congratulations. You just
Yeah.
won an
Congrats to
Alpaca
Reddish
Reddish
pack.
Fox got to this last obstacle very fast and then took his damn time getting through it, but still won.
All right. Let's see.
we also just sent out our prize trophies. I'll show that really. Actually, I don't have them on my computer right now. But
Oh, here, I can share. I'm just giving you 1 sec.
yeah, if anybody's new here, we do seasonal prizes. So whoever like has the best stats for their marbles at the end of the month will get NFT trophies that we make for them. The number 1 winner gets their wax wallet, the name of the wax wallet as the trophy name.
There we go.
Cool.
10 people only finished.
Oh wow.
Yola made it. I feel like that's going to be good for your season standing. Yola is like second place right now in the season, I think. Let's do one more. You said you have one more pack, right?
I have one more pack here. Let me share the trophies real quick. So this is for the winner. So we'll do like a custom one. Depending on what your wallet address is, we can get weird with it and kind of get creative. So the design is different every season. I like the Emmy style on this one. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, the Emmy one this time.
Cool.
Do you have one from the previous season just to show them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like here,
Yeah,
I think
the
it.
top 100 racers get it, and you get the mint of your number. So if you get
Yeah, that was
you're the
season 2. This one.
67th place, you get mint 67. So we send out the mints like based on what place you get in the season for the top 100.
I actually think that's an old one because it doesn't have the little icons on there.
Yeah,
but
he has his icons, but it's close to that. Like you can see, it's definitely completely different. Like
this is the most eliminations. I like this one a lot.
If your marble dies,
yeah.
the top 10 people who have the most deaths at the end of the season get the most eliminations trophy.
marbles always say die. So there's a burger place out here.
You always have to plug it.
They make smash burgers. They're called Burgers Never Say Die. I can confirm maybe that was slightly motivated. I don't know.
It was pretty good. Those are some good burgers. I will
really
say.
good and inspired some language on that NFT.
We got the next race.
So was
Next
it
race
inspired
game.
by the burger place, not the Goonies?
No. It's from the Goonies. It's the flag. Pirates always say die. It's
Oh
the
my
Jolly
gosh.
Roger.
If you'd like to join this race, please type exclamation
Oh
point
my
play.
gosh,
This will
that's
be our
so
last
funny.
race for a alpaca pack, which if you open it, you will get Nefty token, right? Or you get the thing that drops you Nefty tokens.
You'll get the drops. Is what I understood. The other thing is here. You're also getting season standing status for these races. So if those trophies we just showed off, if you do super well, you're eligible for those as well at the end of the month. All right, I'm gonna go 10 seconds on the countdown, but exclamation mark play gets you into this race.
Also, for anybody here right now, we have a ultra rare coming on next in about 10 minutes, and we're gonna talk to them about they have like a comic drop this Sunday, and we'll also be giving away some of their NFTs. So stick around and hang out.
Man, I hope I have stuff left after the Nefty token drop to buy those. Otherwise, I can use my Nefty tokens to buy the.
Yeah.
Oh man. There's so much stuff in this space just coming out lately, and
It moves so quick too. Oh my gosh! Like I feel like I can't sleep. God forbid I go out of town for a weekend. I miss like half the things. It's just it's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, too many things happening at the same time.
Yeah,
yeah,
which is good. It's just man, I like it's got to have like a stockpile of wax ready for whatever.
yeah, pretty much. Oh damn, he's flying. Here we
Oh,
go.
this is a quarantine. Oh, this isn't quarantine cheese. I got it.
It's just the same shade of purple. I gotta find the quarantine cheese maps. Rick Martin is I think in the lead here, but it's hard to say
If
with
you
all
just
these.
search the username.
Is that like Ricky Martin's father, Rick
Yeah.
Martin?
Rick Martin. Yeah. It's the more serious version.
The professional. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. I feel like it's hard to know who's in first. It looks like Rick. Yeah. Okay. It's still kind of neck and neck.
Ramza's pretty close. there.
Ramza wants it too. They're both in the same spot now here. Oh, Ramza
Oh,
pulls ahead right at the end. Oh
Uh-oh.
shit! Here comes I am the KY.
Look at the boost.
Oh,
Oh my god. Wow,
in
well
hot.
done.
KY.
Yeah, that was good. Enjoyed that.
Sneaking in the win.
KY flying in. Damn.
Yeah, that was really quite the last second gas there. Oh my gosh.
I mean, you saw his like fire trail, right? That clearly.
Yeah. Well, there are
Something-
legitimate maps that you can boost on. I guess there's like a certain subset that you can actually like live do exclamation point boost, and but there's only certain maps that are compatible with that. I don't know how you source the boost, if like you pay for it or if you just like accumulate it over time. You can only use a certain amount, but it is kind of a funny dynamic they add to
Did
it.
anyone else just see those two marbles that got like fried?
What do you
Like
mean?
right,
I was not looking.
like a second ago, like while you were talking, like right here where this marble is right now, there was two marbles and they both like got exploded in like a little electric bulb and two of them died.
Let's
I don't know.
see. All right,
I'll
so I
rewatch
just
that later.
I
here's
just
the
sent you
result.
that
KY.
pack.
Way
Congratulations.
to go. And then here, let me show you while I'm on here. I can show you
I'm
the
showing
season
off.
standings right now.
Sorry, I'm showing off. I changed the screen. I want to show off our Nefty page. We got a blend going right
yeah.
now on Nefty.
Yeah, so the other ones are closed out now. The Wash Your Cheeks
we
and
had-
the
We had like 2 or 3, but this is the only one that's still open because we have a limit of 400 on these. This one you need the Cut My Life into Pizza and the Live Dudes, which now that the Super Blender is out, in the future you're just going to be able to do any of this rarity. We won't have to choose specific ingredients, but we made this before the Super Blender is live. So for now you need these ingredients, but we'll probably in the next couple weeks release another blend with the Super Blender, which I'm excited about. But
yeah, ideally we're trying to make it so just any common can be used in the blender, and then so it expands the utility for those.
I really like that too, as far as like the combination of what you've created here and how we can create utility for our collectors now, where all of our commons essentially become a currency that you can use to buy into like original artworks that we release. So that way it only goes to people who already have those commons in their collection. You know, I mean, I challenge a bot to try to do a burn. That's a lot harder than just
can also
claiming
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
And we drive down the total mint supply, and then we make our the remaining mints of that rarity now have increased in value because there's less total mint structure. So you're getting the best of both worlds.
the other thing I like is this missing tab is really nice.
Yes.
I don't think they have that on Topic Hub. So like in Neon Space, you can see what I'm missing. Mostly one of ones because we have those. But,
Yeah, and there we are also working on more features for these because we want to add filtering capabilities and many other things so that that people can really
Yes. If you can
see,
filter by schema, that would be that
yeah,
would be
for,
great.
yeah,
that would be
exactly.
it.
And
Yeah, a lot
one
of collections are doing like set bonuses. I think that's becoming more and more of a thing for these art collections. So yeah, that's great that you could very easily scan and see what you're missing.
Yes, and one thing that will also come very soon is that, well, right now when you want to buy one of the NFTs that you are missing, you are redirected to NFT Hive or to Atomic, but very soon you will be able to buy the NFT directly on Nefty Blocks.
Yes, this is what I
Oh, wow.
like. Man,
Yeah, we're,
you guys are really like, yeah, I'm very excited with Nefty. It's already like, since I got into the wax space, it feels like forever ago, but it's probably like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
It's already changed a lot, and like the interface and just everything, like the look of the whole Nifty like scene has gotten a lot more like robust. Everything is a lot like yeah, it's great. Like I'm excited to like get more into it now, especially like as a creator and with all these creator tools you're releasing. Thank you. It's amazing.
Oh
Also,
man, we
it
got
looks
into
like,
those Waxel ninjas yesterday. That was pretty fun.
If you want to read about the white paper too, it's just right on the front page, neftyblocks.com, and then click that, and you got the white paper, and then you can.
Yeah,
read all
it's
the
a good
details
read.
that
I
you know.
definitely recommend it. It's everything's laid out very transparently. Everything makes a lot of sense. It's been well thought through. It's solid. I'm really excited. If
Ooh,
that wasn't
CMC
clear.
says he just got an Alpaca gold coin.
Hell
Congrats
yeah,
to you,
nicely done.
CMC.
Cool.
And,
Here's the season standings, by the way. We were talking about how we do marble season.
also,
So
I
right
think,
now, Roster
Juan,
Rocket.
that's going
is in
to
first
conclude
place.
our Nefty portion of the stream. But thanks so much for joining us. I will
Yeah, that was a
continue to
blast.
know you
Thank
on
you.
Discord, I'm sure, and I learned a ton.
Okay, thank you guys for having me here, and yeah, let's keep in touch.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the tools you're creating. I like from me and from I would say the rest of the community who can't directly say that to you. It means a lot. Like I know a lot of people who have like started collections and like they're like, oh, I'm doing this, and they just like mint one at a time and sell them on Atomic Market. And I pointed them to your blend page, and they're like immediately like so excited, like, oh, I could create like I have a friend who's like he's creating kind of like a whole monster series now, where like the story of the monster is told through the blending of it, and like you've created all these like tools that like inspire all this creativity in everybody, and oh, it's so fun. Thanks. Thanks so
No,
much.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. It means a lot when you say that. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I hope everybody has a chance to say that to you, because it really like I have so much fun just thinking of new ways to use these tools, and to like and the other part of it is I'm so excited to see how other creators and how other collections end up using them to create like something that we probably can't even think of right now, because it just hasn't come yet.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's the most exciting. What are we going to create together once we are able to decide the features of the platform together?
Yeah, and yeah, it's so cool. Like
Yeah.
it feels like such a collaborative space, and it's so amazing for the
Yeah.
artist. Yeah, again, thanks for
Okay.
everything you're doing.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
good
much,
day.
guys.
Thank you.
And have a good night.
Okay.